Where can you get boardwalk fries with a side of lobster? Try the iconic boardwalk of Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Along with the seaside nostalgia of an old-time carnival and 7 miles of family-friendly beaches, the world-famous crustaceans are a premier attraction. The competition is heating up for the triathletes as well, who are pouring in to ring in the inaugural Rev3 Maine. Brought to you by Pilot Flying J. Revolution 3 is also brought to you by Muscle Milk, Gatorade, Normatec, Pearl Izumi, Power Bar, Quintana Roo, and Blue 70. Richie Cunningham is back after a succession of victories at Quasi, Portland, and 2 weeks ago in Wisconsin. The script is yet to be written on 4 straight wins and the fate of the series title.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this would probably have to be the most successful year. If you took Craig Alexander out of my life, I would have won a lot. Early on in the times, I had a lot of seconds to him, so he kind of ruined my party a little bit, but this is probably definitely my best year that I've ever had.
Stanford grad, up-and-comer, and back-to-back Wildflower winner Jesse Thomas will do whatever it takes to stop Richie's streak at 3.
I'll probably deflate Richie's tires in T1, maybe put too much body glide in his shoes so he's sliding around or something like that.
Jesse has the credentials, but has yet to earn a Rev3 title.
I really, really wanted that first Rev3 title in Portland, being in my home state, and I had a lot of friends and family up there. But that damn Richie Cunningham just held me off just a little faster than I could go, and I'll definitely be gunning for him here, and I would love to pick up a Rev3 win.
When the gun goes off, it's anyone's race. And there looms the 2-time Olympian Conrad Stoltz. With too many wins to count, this 4-time Xterra world champion could very well be in the mix.
Most Americans don't know me as a road triathlete. They think of me as the Xterra guy, but I really come from a road racing background, and I only discovered Xterra after my first Olympic appearance in Sydney, when I became so tired of road triathlon that I needed something fun to do. And what do you know, here I'm back doing road triathlons again. I'm really excited to come out here and maybe start off with the win. I'd really love to win this race. I know Richie, I've raced him a couple of times, I've beaten him before, so it'd be good to put in a solid performance.
On the women's side, with several other top pros, Lauren Goss, Jessica Myers, and Nicole Kelleher are expected to battle for the podium spot. The 3 last met in Wisconsin, where Kelleher came out on top with a decisive win.
The win at Wisconsin just meant so much to me. It's an incredible experience when you work so hard at something and it just all comes together. In triathlon, there's a lot of strategy and a lot of luck and feeling good, feeling bad on the day. So just to have it all come together at Rev3 Wisconsin was just an incredible experience.
Dartmouth, West Point, and Clemson grads will go redline from the gun, knowing seconds lost on the swim, bike, or run could be catastrophic.
I've raced most of the people on the start list this weekend, and some of them have beat me, and I've beaten some of them. But when I've raced my best, I've beaten them significantly. So that's what gives me confidence.
I think that before you make a claim, you should have a good grasp of who you're racing against, because there are a lot of women in this field who were division runners in college and were successful at that. So you've got to be careful putting yourself out there, because you're just putting a really big target on your back.
I don't think you should be racing if you're not confident in your abilities. If you're not confident approaching the start line, then why are you here? We're not doing this for, it is fun, but this is our job, and if you don't have confidence in what you're doing every day, then you have no business being in the start line.
I believe that it is confidence to say that if you don't believe you are going to win, you shouldn't show up. However, I think you have to be prepared for all situations and all scenarios in the given race. And so you can't go into the race assuming that everyone is just going to lay down and give you the win. You have to really go out there and fight for it. And I think with more experience and more sort of time competing at a higher level, you come to realize that Everybody can feel good on the given day, and it's really your responsibility to respect your competitors and take the race very, very seriously.
I'm here to do my best, and it doesn't matter, you know, who the competition is. If I see Nicole catch me on the bike, I might be a little more inclined, push a little extra harder, but yeah, I plan on her not catching me on the bike and just seeing her at the finish, so we'll see.
The swim takes place in ever-changing ocean waters. The cold water means wetsuit legal for the pro athletes, a decisive advantage for the weaker swimmers. The counterclockwise 0.9-mile swim ends at the Old Orchard Beach Pier. The 25-mile bike course is an out and back, flat and fast with a few rollers in the middle. The course heads out of Old Orchard Beach town and onto the roads of Maine. The turnaround is at mile 12, allowing the athletes to see just how far back the competition is. The terrain is a mix of paved and country roads. The run is another flat and fast leg of the race. The course follows 6.2 miles out of Old Orchard Beach, transitioning from quiet neighborhoods to the Eastern Trail. At mile 3, athletes have one last opportunity to size up the competition as they return to town for the finish and the podium.
All right, I'm here with Charlie, owner of the Rev3 Triathlon Series. Charlie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks Stu.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the series and the series points to make people understand there's some money out there to be had for these pros in the overall series, not just the race itself.
Yeah, that's correct, Stu. We have $25,000 for first place in the series this year on the line. So yeah, they're out there fighting for some money. So
okay, so let's talk specifically about this race. We're 6 races in. We've got 4 races to go. Let's talk about the females. For the female, we have Nicole. She's ahead with 2,620, and then Lauren with 2,505 points.
Yeah.
What is going to happen as far as the dynamics between those two this week that could really play into the importance of the overall series?
Yeah, it's interesting, Stu. They like to say that they race their own race when they're out there, and I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think they're reacting off one another a little bit because there is so much money on the line. I think when you know, if Nicole passes Lauren or Lauren passes Nicole, I think they see that and it pushes them a little bit harder. So yeah, there's interesting dynamics going on. And you know, you can't count out the other people. Jess Myers is racing. She's, I think, 5th in the series right now. A couple decent races, maybe a win here. It puts her right in the hunt. So we have loyalty points on the line as well. So as they're racing, you know, more and more races, they're earning more and more points. So.
Okay, so let's talk about the men's side. Just as interesting. Right now you have Richie, who's looking for his 4th straight. But don't count out Jesse, because if he wins and continues to win, he could sneak in there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Richie, I don't want to say he's cocky, but he's definitely confident. You know, he's won some races this year. He's on a roll. People are talking about it, and you know, he wants to win. Jesse, on the other hand, you know, he got beat by Richie in Portland, so I think he's maybe a little bit more motivated than Richie. Richie might want to cruise in here under the radar and just think he's going to take it. But you know, Jesse's a great biker. His bike has improved a lot this year. He's going to run hard, so we'll see how it goes.
So if he wins, boy, you could really have an interesting finish to this. So again, 6 races in, 4 to go. We're here in Maine. It's a great setting. You can check back Twitter, Facebook. We've got everything covered for you. Check out rev3try.com. Again, Charlie, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks, Stu.